Hi everybody, Puffin here. I just watched or listened to the Flight of the Marie Helena by Robert Hunter, which I'd never heard before. I guess it just happened because I listened to Terrapin Station, the full version, and made a video about it last night, but I didn't want to make the same mistake that I made with Terrapin Station, that I waited a day before I made the video. As I'm making this pretty much right after I heard it, I listened to it and then listened to the beginning again. There's a lot of places where I would have wanted to go back and try to catch the words again, but just listen to it all the way through. So while there were little parts I missed here and there, it was an amazing song, story, journey, experience. I encourage you to take the experience yourself. And again, I didn't know it existed until YouTube recommended it to me. So I wanted to say thank you to YouTube, to the people who are uploading these things, and the people liking them and responding to them so that they suggested to me. But I'm just really touched by the song, by the whole experience. It's this, and the thing is, I felt a little bit like I missed out on recording this and sharing this experience or this feeling of this experience with you when I didn't record my response to Terrapin Station immediately. But one great thing about this is it's the same experience. It's the same mythical world, or the same way to enter a mythical world. And there's lots of ways to enter it. I've always appreciated the books of L. Frank Baum, the Oz books, for having the same power. But in this particular case, hearing more of Terrapin Station and realizing there's more to the story, or the story is told, the rest of the story is told here. And then there's this other story, this Flight of the Marie Helena, and reminds me that there's a lot of Robert Hunter songs I haven't heard yet. And this one just happens to be, particularly long and epic. It's about 30, 35, 36 minutes long. But it's a beautiful song with all sorts of things in it, and just some of the things that stood out that I wanted to mention. This timelessness, or this play with time, to be all taking place in a timeless sense, or taking you into a timeless place, and at the same time doing that based on time, like the Marie Helena story takes place in 7 days. And those 7 days maybe have different moon phases. So it's interesting to think these 7 days could be pieced together from different times, or they're all kind of out of time in a way, or it's a different dimension of time. And as I'm listening to it, and he's even speaking about coincidence and things like this, the whole flavor of it is reminding me of Franklin's Tower, which is one of my favorite Grateful Dead songs. And I'm thinking, this is so much like the world of Franklin's Tower, which is kind of hazily described in that song, kind of mystically described, where you don't get a lot of details, but you do get some features of it. And as I'm thinking of that, the next verse is when he meets the king with the 4 hounds. And the 4 hounds are one of the recurring features of Franklin's Tower. So that was an interesting coincidence in my experience, my internal experience listening to the song, and then having that occur in the lyrics. But it's the type of song that's going to do that type of thing a lot. The other thing, I've been meaning to start singing again for YouTube, because in partially inspired from making these sunset videos. And while I'm making the sunset videos, Franklin's Tower, actually, and The Days Between especially, are songs, Robert Hunter songs, that occur to me while I'm making the videos. But also the Echo and the Bunnymen song, Bring on the Dancing Horses, is one that occurs to me. And I'm reminded of that in the lyrics of the Flight of the Marie Helena, when there's one time when I believe the sun lights the clouds with these turns them to golden horses. There's another time when it might be the foam of the sea, or it might also be the clouds. It's white horses. But it makes me think of, seeing these horses and things, and how that's probably very common and very a natural, like just a poetic connection between horses and other animals, and clouds and waves. I remember The Last Unicorn, the cartoon from watching when I was a kid, had horses in the waves. And there's a unicorn in the Marie Helena, the unicorn queen, I believe, or in any event, the allusion reminds me of Lady Gaga, of course. So there's this thing where, this song from probably the 80s or 70s features in the same mythology that includes the rainbow, includes the unicorn, and Lady Gaga's association with the unicorn is her being the mother unicorn seems natural to me, even though this was, of course, written before she was born. So that whole like timelessness, prophetic, heavenly, mystical nature of it is highly recommended, and for really all Robert Hunter's music, but including the Grateful Dead songs, especially the Jerry songs when he sings the Robert Hunter lyrics. But I guess another thought about it's hard to conclude what the experience is about. I was looking for references to it being like a tour, like a musical tour, like going on tour is but it's more of a mystical thing. It's more of uh, I think a cathartic journey to take you on with a song. And I guess the last thing I'll say about this is, in addition to there being more Robert Hunter lyrics or more songs by other people that do this, the main thing about this abundance, I'm very grateful to be alive, to have lived long enough that I got to hear this song, and hopefully we'll hear some other songs I've never heard before. And it's such a special experience when the songs are so mystical. But the big reminder for me that I want to remind you of is that it's this world of words, this world of creativity that you can enter as a consumer, as an audience, as an experiencer, but you can also participate in as a creator. And of course, being exposed to good works of literature or poems or, excuse me, songs and things are going to inspire you to be more likely to do that. Um, just a reminder that there's always more. There's always more from other people that you haven't heard of. So it's great to, if you can, to plunge into things and expose yourself envelop yourself in these worlds of other people's creativity, but also to develop your own and express uh, your own channel to this endless, abundant, creative world of words or art or whatever it may be, music. But getting into it, getting reminded of how much there is, kind of brings on that duty to not only try to explore more, but to make more, to there's more to be, it reminds you that there's more to be explored from where all this stuff is coming from, and you can play a role in that. So this was just a great experience. I hope you share it. I hope you enjoyed this video, but mostly I hope you enjoy, and I know you will if you just start, whatever creative journey you can go on, because that will be for you this a transformative experience that will also help transform others, and it just goes on and on. So thank you so much for watching and sharing, and hope you have a great day.